that wrist. Spread the fingers wide, do the thumb. My hands are all shaking as well, holding that hedge trimmer and sort of like, so I've put the hedge trimmer down and I'm still doing this. So we shall see what bodes for this evening. All right, opposite hand on the knee. You're going to bring this hand round to either 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock on the clock face. Twist the waist to the same angle and then bringing it round to 10 past or 10 to. You know the drill now. So then quarter past or quarter to. And then just see if you can twist at the waist a tiny bit more. And just stay there for a second. And then come back to the front. Same thing the other side then. So we're just doing it gently, always twisting at the waist rather than just the shoulder and neck. Each time you twist a little bit, take a big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. So just getting round all the way to 20 past or 22. And then coming back to centre. Bring the soles of the feet together and just a gentle press above the knees. I am filthy. I've literally come straight in. My feet are black. I know I've got stuff in my hair. I am Wurzel Gummidge, so please don't look at me. I really thought I had loads of time and I didn't. So 1 foot forward, keep this one like that. Push it down, mine won't slide. They're too sticky. And back up and out and down. Have a lovely cold shower after this. Bring it back up. Bring it across. That might be enough of a glute stretch. If it's not, bend that bottom leg. And it's even more kind of intense if you do the ankle over the knee. Don't look at my foot. What we're not looking at my shorts and not looking at my feet. It's going to be a terrible video tonight. That's it, lovely. And both legs straight again. So other leg bend. Bring it out to the side. Push down, rotate, and back up. And again, up, bringing that leg across, either just keeping it there or bend the bottom one, or have the ankle over the knee. Big deep breath, uncross the legs, just have them bent, squeeze the shoulder blades back, pull from the centre of the chest, looking slightly up, and then round forward over your knees, put the head down. This time rolling up, circle the arms from the up to all the way back. Forward again, come up, squeeze all the way back. Then just roll the shoulders. And twist the head side to side. Lovely. Okay, coming onto your side, doing a mermaid. Or have I frozen? Have I frozen? Oh, I froze then, didn't I? Haven't had that happen for a while. So come on to your mermaid, my girls. And if your weights are to hand, please just get hold of one of those now. So just twisting that arm, getting hold of a weight. All right, now just slide that knee underneath the other one. Look down, make sure your heels are in line with your bottom. So there's quite a big angle behind your knees. If you can, you're going to come up onto that bottom knee. If that's too much, you put that top leg out. Bring the weight up. And all I want you to do is squeeze now. Squeeze the opposite rib to opposite hip. Feed the weight through and underneath. And then bring it out. If the weight's too much, put the weight down. And if it's too much to lift your knee, then just do it in this position. Okay. If you can do a side bend, a full side bend, the position will be so top leg straight, bottom one just crossed underneath, and you can lift, okay? And then adding that on if you want to. So I'm not going to do many of these for obvious reasons. Arms are really shaking from the edge cutter. I'm just going to splat on my face in a minute. Wonderful. And come down. Put the weight down and rotate that hand that you've been resting on. Give it a good shake. Fantastic. Okay, let's go to the other side. Just stretching a mermaid to start with. Big deep breath. And then coming up the other side, reach up tall. Okay, grabbing your weight, other arm this time. Repositioning your legs. Okay, so you can either do it there, or do it here, or full position, but we're going to do 4, okay, or was it 5 we did? I think 5. So squeezing opposite rib to hip and up. Well done, girls. Lovely, take your time. God, my arm's shaking. And down, wonderful. Well done, girls. I've lost count, which is quite important when you do this one. Last one. And bring that knee down. Come all the way down. Hands behind your head. Okay, both legs straight. I'm just going to hold the weight on my thigh. And we're going to lift and lower. Okay, so your arms just stretch as long as it will go. So we've got a little bit of resistance against that leg as you lift. Okay, bend the knees up in line with your hips, shins parallel to the edge of the mat. Now I'm going to hold the weight just above my knee. We're going to do the clam with the weight on that edge of the knee. So it is more to push against. Now make sure the knee doesn't flop down. You just really squeeze it as it comes down. In fact, we should have the ball there, shouldn't we? But it'll probably roll off every time. Okay, we're going to come back to side legs in a minute in case you're thinking then we're not doing many here. Wonderful. Just put the weight down. Okay. I need to come up, but if you've got the ball to hand, you're just going to need the ball and you're going to roll onto your back. So we're all over the place tonight. We're not going to get a minute's peace. Okay, so grabbing your ball, we're going to pop it between your knees. And then you're going to put the edges of your feet together. And we're simply just going to find neutral spine. You can roll forward and backwards a couple of times, push the shoulders down away from the ears. And then bring up the pelvic floor, cores engaged. And then I want you to squeeze your knees into the ball. In, hold, 2, 3, release. And again, core on, squeeze the knees and hold. 2, 3, release. And again, I bring up the pelvic floor and do my core just before squeezing, and then I'm releasing everything and going back into neutral spine. So you can push the back into the floor as well if you want to get even more contractions going, and just pausing for a count of 1, 2, 3. Keep going. Okay, you can stay like that, or we're going to bring the knees in and into a double tabletop, but feet are still together. Now when you do squeeze your knees in this position, make sure that back is pressed down, then squeeze the knees together. Now we're going to do singles. So in, out, in, out. If you have trouble keeping your back down, just bring the knees in closer. Lovely. Okay, if everyone's okay with the double toe tap, you can put your hands under your bottom if you need to. So I'm going to keep my feet exactly as they are and coming halfway down. Try not to lower those lower legs, keeping the angle. Bring the knees right in, lift the bottom a tiny bit, and then halfway down. When you come halfway down, make sure the back is pressed down first. Lovely. So nice and controlled. If you want to, you can lift the bottom a little bit higher and then come down slowly, and then halfway down toe tap, just a little bit higher, not holding for too long, just flowing. So you can come all the way onto your upper back, and then you can tap all the way down. He's very loud, the little boy next door but one. It's a little toe tap. You don't have to do the reverse curl if you don't want to. And roll down for the last one, feet to the floor. Release the ball, let the knees open, soles of your feet together. Well done. Okay, the next instrument of torture we will be using is the weights. And we'll do some arms. Everything's down this end for me. So we're going to stay on our back. You've all done these before, they are familiar to you. Now, it really does matter where you position your arms for these, because I've been playing around with it, and by the slightest tweak, you feel it a lot more. So it's the one where we've got our arms up towards the ceiling, shoulders down, and the elbows stay where they are, and the forearms bend backwards, and then you push up. Now, I bring the weights down as if I'm going towards my shoulders, and you want to give it quite a firm push up to the ceiling. So you should feel that in your triceps. And don't let the elbows lower, so try not to bring them down like that. You just lower the lower arms. I like breathing in as they come down and a big breath out as they push up to the ceiling. And to work my core as well at the same time, I'm going to lift one leg into tabletop. And if you want to, you can lift that second one into tabletop. So now that the abs are having to work as well as the arms. Okay, new move. We're going to bring the elbows down to our sides, tap the mat and push back up. So they come down, tap, and they have to come back up to where we had them before. So just above the shoulders to feel it in the triceps. Okay, I'm going to add my legs to it. Every time my arms go up towards the ceiling, my legs are going to straighten and then they bend as the elbows touch the mat. Keep the back flat, core on. Well done. Try not to bring the knees in towards the chest, have them above the hip to work harder, feet apart. Okay, bring the knees back down. If you need to put them down on the floor again, you can, and have a stretch. Otherwise, we're just going to finish off with single arms in the same position as we started these, but just one arm at a time. And if it's not going to confuse things, you could do, ow, my elbow just clicked. You could just do one leg at a time as well. But boy, that is just a fluke that I'm managing to do that. It's not from coordination, that's for sure. I'm gonna smack myself in the head doing these, okay? And one more, and bring the weights down, legs down, and full body stretch. Rotate those wrists, shake the hands, spread your fingers wide and rotate the thumbs. And